Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I sincerely hope you enjoy my content. If you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and like this video and then you can see all my future uploads. Without further ado, let's get started. So today we're going to do a story time, but the story is 100% real. This actually happened to me. The only thing I'm going to change or that's not real are the people's names, and that's obviously to protect their identity. So, but yeah, super excited about doing today's video, and I hope from this that maybe you guys feel inspired, maybe it'll make you feel a little bit better, maybe it'll help lift your spirits a little bit. I don't know, but I hope maybe. So, basically, as you can see from the title, at one point I was jobless, homeless, broke, carless, and it was rough. So you're probably wondering, Ashley, how did you get there? So we'll get into it. So I was in school, going to college, and I had an apartment by myself. I lived off campus. I was a little bit older at this time, so I lived off campus and I was a student, full-time student, and I also worked part-time as well. I, of course, met a guy and thought that he was the one. I was so in love, just absolutely loved him. We're going to call him Braden. No, let's try a different name. Brandon. Brandon? Sure. Sorry, Brandons. Any Brandons that are out there watching, I apologize. I'm just picking a random name that starts with a B. So anyway, now I forgot. Brandon, yes. So I was in love with this Brandon guy. So yeah, he was in the military, which there was a base not too far away from the college that I was attending, and he was in the military, and I thought, wow, this is great. I got along with him so well. He was funny, and I just thought he was awesome to be around. So anyway, Brandon had proposed to me. And I, of course, said yes because I was happy. And so super excited. Now we're engaged couple. He did stay at my house quite frequently. But yeah, he proposed. I thought everything was going great. So, he did tell me one day he came home and he was like, hey, I'm going to be getting out of the military soon. I really, really want to move back home. But of course, I want you to come with me. So me being the caring person that I am, I could understand if I was gone for several years and I wasn't able to see my family very often, like I'd want to go back home and, visit my family. And so, I had that tough decision. Do I stay where I'm at currently and continue on with my life this way? Or do I go with Brandon to, his new hometown, a new state, several states away from where I was, and, start on this new adventure with him? And so, yeah, I agreed to go. I was excited. I was terrified, but I was excited. So yeah, I agreed to go with him. And it's I would say probably about a week before we're supposed to actually leave to go back to his hometown. He asked me to borrow the car to go pick up, I don't know if it was like a friend or something that really needed a ride, whatever. But of course I trusted him, so I let Brandon take my car. Yeah, well, he came back and my car was on fire. Not really on fire, but it was smoking really bad. Like all sorts of things was wrong with it. Didn't know what was going on. I was freaking out. And basically, he ended up totaling my car. Yeah, it was not drivable. So needless to say, I was pretty pissed off at this moment. But again, I had agreed to marry this man. So I guess when I, do that, I take it very seriously. So my thought process was, well, if we're going to get married, we're going to run into challenging things over time. This is just something that we're going to have to work together, work through. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. So now my car is totaled, and yes, I'm pissed off, but you know, we'll get through it. Then I would say, you know, the next couple days we are still packing stuff up in my apartment. He's got most of his stuff already packed because he didn't bring a lot because he's, you know, in the military. So most of his stuff's already packed, but we're going through packing stuff in my apartment. We got a rental truck sorted out for everything. Excuse me. So everything was pretty much set up to go. At this point too, I had already put in a notice to my current job, my part-time job. I had, I think, about 3 interviews set up in the new place that I was going to for another job. And then I had already told my school that I was transferring, reapplied to the other school there, got everything set up, was going to do an academic advising appointment, like got everything set up to when I can move, and make that transition real smooth, seamless, had everything ready to go. So yeah, so now job, got my schooling all set up. The only thing is I'm out of a car right at the moment. So, but anyway, so we're packing away. Got several boxes all over the place. It's a hot mess in my apartment, but you know, we're excited. He already said that he had some jobs lined up, or at least some interviews lined up for jobs once he got down there, and he was super excited. I had talked to his mom on the phone several times. I was, you know, excited about the move. So it comes to the day that we're supposed to move, the night before, you know, typical night. We went to bed. I was excited for the next day because I knew it was going to be a long haul, a new journey, but it'll be fun, right? So we went to bed, and I woke up the next morning and he was gone. So I thought that was kind of odd, but I was like, okay, maybe he went out to grab breakfast. Maybe he, you know, I don't know, met a friend for breakfast. Maybe he is working on something else. Surely he'll come back. A few hours later, still nothing. Tried to call, went straight to voicemail. Kept trying to call him, straight to voicemail. Or it would ring a couple times and then go to voicemail at first, but then it kept going straight to voicemail. So no answers. Tried texting, no answers, nothing. So here I am with all of my stuff everywhere that's packed. No job, broke, no longer in school, and I'm about to lose my apartment because they already had a new person coming in to my place within a couple days of me leaving. So again, I kept calling. I tried calling his mom. She didn't answer at the time, but I was like, okay, surely just something else is going on. Don't get too upset real quick. You know, not a big deal. So it was several hours later, and I got a phone call from Brandon, I believe was his name that we picked for him. And he answered and he said, "I'm terribly sorry." And I was like, what do you mean you're terribly sorry? And so he was like, you know, I went ahead and left. Yeah. So he literally, I don't know how he got home or whatever, but he left without me. Straight up. And I was like, what do you mean you left? You left what? You left your wallet at home? Like, what did you leave? What are you talking about? He's like, no, I left. I'm on my way back home. And I'm, you know, I've been headed there for a few hours now. So he was like, I can't do it. I can't get married. I was rushing into things. This just wasn't what I wanted. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I decided to go back home. Now, again, I'm going to remind you at this point, no job. I already tried to transfer schools, so I wasn't enrolled into classes for the next semester. No car because he totaled it about a week prior. And no place to live because we had new tenants moving in a few days after I left. Needless to say, I was pissed. You know that saying, hell have no fury like a woman scorned? I was scorned. I was pissed. I was heartbroken. I was terrified. I had no idea what the hell I was going to do. Like, what do you do? So here I am, like I said, just in like a big shithole, like, excuse my language, a big mess, sorry. And I don't know how to get myself out of it. Like, I don't know what to do. And I'm just like completely mind blown that I got myself in this position to begin with. And now I'm like, how am I going to get myself out of this position? Like, where do you go from here? What do you do? Like, really, what do you do? So I'm heartbroken. I go outside my apartment. I had a chair on the little patio out. I was on the first level, but they had like a little thing to, sit outside on. So I go sit in my chair and I just start full on bawling my eyes out. I'm angry, so I'm like yelling. I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm crying just profusely. And I look a hot mess. I've got makeup all over my face. My hair's all messy. Like, I'm just absolutely done for. I was pissed. I was upset, heartbroken, and I had no idea what I was going to do. None. So, at this time, I guess my neighbor next door, she lived on like the other side of the hallway in my apartment complex. She must have heard me outside bawling my eyes out. And she came over. And we're going to call her name's going to be Laura. So Laura came over. And I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, I maybe had said hi to Laura twice or maybe 3 times the entire time that I lived there. Like, I don't think they'd been living there, and I say they because she was also married. So I don't think her and her husband had lived there that long, but I literally had only said hi to her maybe once or twice before this moment. So Laura comes over and she's like, oh my God, are you okay? What happened? What do you need? And so me, the hot mess that I am, bawling, makeup everywhere, explains the whole story, how he left, how I didn't have anywhere to stay, don't have a car, don't have a job, broke as hell, not sure what I'm going to do. And this woman, when she came over, so she was wearing sweatpants, a t-shirt, had her hair up in a messy bun. She definitely had a beer in her hand, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And she also had a cigarette in the other. And I thought to myself, I wonder who this woman is. Like, I'd said hi to her twice or so, but I didn't know who she was. Like, that's it. Just said hi. And, so I'm explaining this tragic, how my life is just sucky and how I have no idea what I'm going to do. And I was terrified of what I was going to do, how I was going to, get out of my situation, where I was going to live. I didn't want to move back in with my mom, and this woman, not even kidding, with a beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other, straight up looks at me and says, well, you can move in with me and my husband. We have a spare bedroom. What? Like, I'm sorry, but who do you know that has only said hi to you maybe once or twice, offers to let you come live with them and stay in their spare bedroom until you get back on your feet? Like, I don't know too many people that do that. So what did I do? Well, naturally, I moved in with my next door neighbor, Laura. So yeah, I moved into her spare bedroom. Later that night, I met her husband, and we're going to say his name's Daniel. So, and Daniel was very nice. Also in the military, he worked on aircraft in the military. So yeah, he worked on, I think, helicopters. I think he said he worked on Blackhawks in the military. Very, very, very nice guy. And it was kind of just weird because it's like, Oh, hi, Daniel. Nice to meet you. I'm Ashley, and hey, I'm your new roommate. I live in your spare bedroom. So, Laura had helped me move over a lot of my stuff into their apartment as well. So she got me all set up. I took a shower. I was, of course, heartbroken. So, like the first couple days, I don't even think I left the bedroom. Like, it was so bad, just awful. I was depressed. I stayed in bed for like hours and hours and hours of the day. Like, I didn't even get up or do anything productive whatsoever. And so periodically Laura would come in and be like, "Hey Ashley, you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need some food? I think you need to eat something." Or she'd be like, girl, you can go ahead and take a shower. Like, maybe you should shower off and, open up the blinds, get some sun. She was trying to push me to take care of myself a little bit because I was a complete wreck at this point. So anyway, time goes on. I'm staying with her. We start doing different things together. And now she is literally my best friend. Yeah. Laura is my absolute best friend. And Laura, you know who you are, so don't pretend you don't. Anyway, she is my best friend. I love her like family. She's got kids. I love their kids. I love her husband like my brother. Like, I thoroughly just love them. Like, they're my family. They are my family. I tell her I love her when I hang up the phone with her. I only want the best for her and her family. I adore them. So it's really interesting how, sometimes at the absolute worst points in our lives, they end up being one of the best things that ever happened. Because I literally was so depressed, so upset, so angry, so hurt at what happened because of Brandon, I think is what we settled on. Keep forgetting that guy's name. But anyway, I was so just an absolute wreck, just wreaked havoc on me. And if I wasn't put in that position where I had no job, didn't have, a place to live, didn't have a car, didn't end up having, school, all this other stuff, then I would have never, ever, ever became such good friends with Laura. So, at the end of the day, like, sometimes life hits us hard. Sometimes it freaking sucks. Sometimes you don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes you just don't want to face the world. And I understand because I've been there. But if that had never happened to me, I wouldn't have my best friend. And I love her so much. And I can never, ever, ever truly repay them, her and her husband, Daniel. I could never truly repay them for what they've done for me. They have literally saved me from a very bad place. So yeah, I can never repay them, but I am super excited that we're still best friends. And if you are out there and you're watching this, which I hope you are, I love you so much. Can't wait to see you again. I am definitely going to plan a trip down there, hopefully this summer. So, but anyway, that was it for this video. I hope you found this at least entertaining. I hope that never happens to you, and I hope you're never in that position, but I also hope that if you are, then you get to find your best friend like I did. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.